Today's video features one full week of meal prepping lunch recipes with rice as the star dish of this meal prep. If you love rice but still want to eat healthy to maintain your weight goals, then this video is certainly for you. This is pretty much how I enjoy rice whilst on a weight loss journey. The recipes featured in this meal prep include Smokey jollof rice, yellow rice, red kidney beans, sauteed leafy vegetables, vegetable stir fry, chicken in creamy sauce, and a vegetable salad, all of which we'll be dividing into meal prep containers and will serve as lunch for Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Now, these are the meal prep containers that I'll be using to store all of the meals, and they're already washed, cleaned, and ready to go. Let's get right into the meal prep proper, shall we? Now, we'll begin this meal prep by making the Smokey jollof rice. Now, for this, you'll be needing some washed rice, tatashe, fresh pepper, tomatoes, onions, garlic, tomato paste, some power or pure vegetable oil, curry powder and thyme, some seasoning cubes and bay leaves, and of course some salt to taste. As usual, the full ingredient list is in the description box down below, so be sure to check it out there, okay? Start by drizzling the power oil pure vegetable oil in a pan, then allow it to heat up slightly before adding the onions. Stir fry until it is nice and fragrant for about 30 to 45 minutes, then add the tomato paste and stir fry for another minute. I have blended the tomato, tatashe, onions, garlic, and pepper together to form a nice puree, and I'm going to be adding it to the pot at this time along with all of the seasonings. Now mix everything together to combine, then cover and let this cook for about 8 to 10 minutes or until the liquid has dried up slightly. Afterwards, grab the washed rice and then add it to the pot. Mix everything together to combine, ensuring that each rice grain is thoroughly coated with the sauce. Then add the liquid of choice. I'm using some water, but you can use some meat stock if that's what you have. Just gently move things around to mix everything together. Then finally tuck in some bay leaves into the rice, cover and allow to cook on low heat until it is nice and tender. Now, while it is cooking, we'll also get started on the yellow rice. Remember, meal prepping requires you to multitask. Now, for the yellow rice, you'll be needing some power or pure vegetable oil, some washed rice, different seasonings, and then some salt to taste. Now, drizzle some power or pure vegetable oil in a pot, then add the washed rice and then begin toasting it immediately just by stir frying the rice in the oil for about 8 to 10 minutes or until it is slightly brown. Now, this will add a depth of flavor to the rice and also keep the rice grains standing apart, and then of course it would also prevent it from going bad very quickly. Now, afterwards, add the turmeric powder, some curry powder, the seasoning cube powder, and then some salt. Mix everything together to combine, then tuck in the bay leaves before covering the pot. Cook this till tender. It should take anywhere between 15 to 20 minutes because of the quantity. And then once it is cooked, remove the bay leaves, give it a good fluff with your spoon or a fork, and then take it off the heat immediately. At this point, the jollof rice is also done. I'm also going to remove the bay leaves, fluff the rice, and then take it off the heat immediately. That's the 2 rice dishes for this meal prep session all done. We're definitely making great progress. Now, next on the meal prep list is our chicken in creamy sauce. And for this, you'll be needing some chicken breast, spices and seasonings, and some salt and pepper to taste. Start by drizzling some power or pure vegetable oil in a pan and then allow it to heat up slightly. Then add the chicken pieces and season with just a tiny bit of salt, and then begin stir frying it immediately until it has lost all of its pinkness. Afterwards, take it out of the pan and set it off to the side. In the same pan, drizzle more oil and then add some onions, garlic and pepper and saute till it's nice and fragrant for about 45 seconds to a minute before adding the tomato paste, and then you stir fry this again for another 1 minute. Next up, you add the chopped fresh tomatoes along with the seasonings and the salt. Mix everything together to combine and then leave this to just cook for 4 to 5 minutes on medium to low heat until it is nice and dry. Afterwards, pour in some coconut milk, or you can use any liquid of your choice, but I'd advise that you make it a coconut milk because it's nice and creamy. Then mix everything together to combine. I'm also adding the cooked chicken pieces back into the pan at this point to continue cooking in the sauce for another 5 to 6 minutes. Now at this point, the sauce should be done as well. I'd also set it up to the side and then get started on the third lunch recipe. For the sauteed leafy vegetables, I'm going to begin by chopping all the vegetables I'll be using to make the cooking process a whole lot easier. I'm using some African spinach, also known as green vegetables or efotete, and then some kale leaves, but you can pretty much use any vegetables of your choice. You'd also be needing some fresh tomatoes, garlic, onions, fresh pepper, curry powder, thyme, seasoning cubes, salt, and some power oil, pure vegetable oil. Start by pouring the oil in a pan and then add the onions, garlic, and pepper and stir fry until it is nice and fragrant. Afterwards, add the chopped tomatoes and season with all of the seasonings. Now stir fry the tomato until it is nice and dry for about 5 to 6 minutes, and when it is all fried up, add just 1 cooking spoon of palm oil into the pot. Now this one is a total game changer. You do not want to skimp on the palm oil, okay? Now mix everything together to combine, and then finally add all of the vegetables. Once you're done adding them, just allow it to wilt slightly in the oil, then mix everything together to combine. As soon as it is mixed, take it off the heat immediately. For the vegetable stir fry, I'm using a bunch of different vegetables like bell peppers, carrots, sweet corn, and some cabbage. You'd also be needing some chopped onions, fresh pepper, garlic paste, and other seasonings. Simply just heat up some oil in the pan and then add all of the vegetables along with all of the seasonings and then some salt to taste. Mix everything together to combine and then stir fry this for about 2 minutes to soften up the vegetables slightly before taking it off the heat immediately. For the kidney beans, I just simply sauteed some onions, garlic, and pepper in some oil. Then I poured in the washed canned kidney beans and added a little bit of sweet corn for a pop of color. And then I also added a little bit of seasonings, mixed everything together to combine, and allowed it to cook for just a few minutes before taking it off the heat. Now, this meal prep session will definitely not be complete without making a big batch of vegetable salad. I just washed and prepped all the vegetables I'll be using and assembled them in a bowl. Then I gave it a good toss to mix everything together to combine. As usual, the full ingredient list is in the description box down below, so be sure to check it out there, okay? And that's everything all done in literally less than 1 hour 30 minutes. Remember, multitasking is the name of the game when you are meal prepping. I've really come to fall in love with the idea of meal prepping because it saves me a lot of time during the week. It also ensures that I'm not starving myself at all, and I'm also eating a well-balanced meal during meal times. All the meals I made today keeps very well in the fridge, and to be very honest, the longer they last in the fridge, the tastier they get. Now, I'm just dividing this into 7 equal portions for the 7 days. On some days, I'll be having the jollof rice, vegetable stir fry, and chicken sauce together. And on the other days, I'll be having the yellow rice with the leafy vegetable sauce, the chicken sauce, and the kidney beans together. Whatever is left, I'll just store up in separate containers. And for the vegetable salad, I'm going to store it in its own individual container. And this will serve as a side dish for all the rice recipes during the week. And that's pretty much how I meal prep my lunch recipes for the entire week in 1 hour 30 minutes. This is perfect if you're on a weight loss or a weight maintenance journey. It will literally help you a great deal. I hope this was helpful. If it was, leave me a comment in the comment section down below so that I would know. Okay, my job here is done. I'll see you again next time with another video. Until then, take care.